Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Muriel. This is Nurse Muriel. How y'all been doing? Yeah, it's been a while, y'all. We already know how it goes. It's only been 7 days, y'all, so it's not like my normal 14 days, almost a month sometimes when I be recording. It's been seven. Hey to my new subscribers, for y'all that are new here, I am Nurse Muriel. I have been a registered nurse. I think it's been 5 years. I think it's been 5 years. Prior to I was a licensed, no, you know what? 4 years. I've been a registered nurse 4 years. Prior to that was a licensed practical nurse for 18 years. And prior to that, I was a CNA for about a year and a half. So yeah, I've been nursing for a while, and I've mainly been long-term care. I have done some acute care, and we're not even going to talk on that too much because I don't really like acute care. You can go look at some of my older videos. You can find out about my experience working in the hospital. But I am a long-term care nurse. I talk mainly about long-term care. I want to get into some other things, and we will eventually one day, when I can even start talking about uploading videos about nursing on a regular basis. I may can branch off into some other things that I like. Okay, let me get to the point because I be rambling. Y'all know how I be doing. Hey to my new my oldies but goodies, how y'all doing? Okay, this video is about inconsiderate nurses because y'all, I find, and I think I've been like this, but it's getting worse. The older I get, the less patience I have for people, period, people. And now that it's hot, it's just making it even worse because y'all, it's hot out there. It's like averaging like 97 degrees, I believe, down here in the South. And it's almost too hot to even talk to people. It's almost too hot to make this video, to be honest. But I gotta do what I gotta do because I'm trying to hit that 1,000 by this summer. And I'm also want to give y'all information because at least 3 times a year there's a batch of new nurses coming out, and so I want to have y'all prepared for what you might encounter if you enter long-term care. And one thing that you might encounter is inconsiderate nurses. Y'all, please don't be one of those inconsiderate nurses. I'm down to 2 days a week now. Sometimes that's even too much. Like, they texted me today, asked me, can I come in tomorrow? And I started thinking about it. And I started doing the calculations, and I was like, okay, 8 times this, add to bring this, and all I saw was money. So I said, yeah, I'll come in, but I'm only going to do 8 hours tomorrow. So that's how it goes. Outside of that, I do 2 days a week now. And I really think that I'm going to take it out for 2 days a week. Hopefully nothing unfortunate happens where I would need to work more. But I've been budgeting myself, and I paid off some credit cards. And 2 days a week will suffice me as long as I can keep this agency position. So I'm down to 2 days a week, and I think that's what we're going to carry it out for the rest of the year. And I'm going to try my best to go hard on my YouTube so it can start generating some money so where I can definitely keep my 2 days a week, possibly get rid of it altogether. Outside of my trash business, y'all, because that's still doing well. That's still some good money. I was hoping to get out this nursing game altogether, but I guess it's going to be a day or two a week that I have to work, which isn't bad because when I'm off, y'all, I get so bored sometimes. Like, I get so bored. I just got in the house. Me and my son, we was out riding around, and all I was doing was spending money. And I was like, let me take my behind back in this house because this is very expensive out there. I think we was out for about 4 hours, and I might have spent like $300. But anyway, every time I walk outside, it costs money. So like I was saying, inconsiderate nurses. Let me tell y'all, one thing I don't like is giving a nurse a cart that's almost empty. I don't like giving a nurse a cart where I know meds are missing, where I know even now in the stock meds, y'all, that we could just pull from the overflow medication. I hate getting the cart, getting all the way down the hall and realizing there's no Tylenol on the cart. There's no Senna on the cart. There's no aspirin on the cart. Meds that were given daily to these patients is not on the cart. And I'm like, the person that pulled the last aspirin, they didn't know that they, you know what I'm saying? They didn't have enough consideration to put another bottle of aspirin on this cart. I'm all the way down this hall, y'all, and I'm realizing ain't no aspirin. I'm all the way down the hall, y'all, and it ain't even enough lactulose to put 30 mLs in a little cup. Ain't enough Prostat to put 30. Y'all, I be so aggravated. And it's the little things like that when so many of the little things happen within a shift. I just get like, I be wanting to cuss people out. I'm to that point, it's hot. And I walk all the way back down this hall to get this medication. If you pull the last stock pill, or even if you give the stock pills and you notice after you did your last set of patients, it's only 3, 4 left in the bottle, and it's something like aspirin, Tylenol, Senna, Colace, one of those stock meds that's given heavily. Please put a new bottle on the cart. Please don't be that nurse, y'all. I work and y'all, it's these it's these agency nurses, y'all. They are really pissing me off, and I'm an agency nurse, so I can say that they are really pissing me off. I'm gonna take that back. I'm not just gonna say agency nurses, because where I work at, y'all, the staff nurses are just, some of them are just as trifling as they can be, y'all. They are trifling. And I be working with them, and I be like, how you keeping an eye on your patient when you around the corner in a little corner, around the bend in a little corner, tucked away. Bad thing about it is, I think this, you already know the supervision. They know they got these lazy, horrible nurses working, but just to have somebody there, they don't care. They don't care. It's just so they can have somebody. Another thing I can't stand: don't hand me no cart with no 3 straws, 4 spoons, and no trash bag in the thing, or trash in the thing. Like, don't give me that, because I'm not gonna give that to you. Before I turn over my cart, I stock my water pitcher. I fill up my water pitcher with ice. I fill up the spoons. I fill up the straws. Not only am I going to change my trash, but I'm going to put like 3 trash bags in the trash can, so that you can have a bag when you pull yours, there's another one there. Not only am I going to leave like 3 trash bags there, I'm probably going to open up on a good day where I'm not extremely, tired. I'm going to open up all 3 bags and put all 3 of them in there. That way, open them and put them in there. That way, when you pull that bag, if it's leaking or it's ripped, because y'all know they use these cheap bags, there's another one that you can grab up. And just being considerate, y'all. It takes 2 minutes to open up a trash bag or throw an extra few trash bags in the trash can for the next nurse. It takes 3 minutes at tops to fill up the straws, fill up the cups in alcohol pads. Fill up the alcohol pad. Like, come on, y'all. Be considerate of the next nurse, because I be looking at these nurses like, who the hell y'all went to school at? Like, some of them even be my age, but I ain't gonna lie, the nurses closer to my age, I had one nurse who was my age, who I used to like come in, and she would try to get me the cart all the time with the trash. And when it came time to count, I used to, I had to get to the point where I used to be like, I thought you was about to take your, I go and I'll sit down or whatever. And she read, I'd be like, I thought you was gonna dump your trash. Like, I used to have to start saying that, because no, you're not about to give me this cart with all this trash in it. Like, then I get not even halfway down the hall, and I got to pull the trash, and it ain't even mine, because you didn't want to pull your trash. There has been a time or two that I have been so busy working that the next shift come in, and let me tell you, I'll be trying to run, and I'll be like, I'm just finishing up. Let me clean out the cart. Let me fill this. And they be ready to get going, and they be like, oh, don't worry about that. I got that. Don't worry about that. I'm ready to count or whatever. Like, because I've been so busy, and I had such a busy day that when they get there, I'm still finishing up or whatever, and then I'm rushing to clean the cart. I'm rushing to fill stuff up, and they come in and they be like, oh, don't worry about that. I'll get that, But outside of that, because I do attempt to fill it up, but I'll fill up the cart. But outside of that, I'm wiping my cart down with sanitizer wipes. And when there wasn't sanitizing wipes, honey, I'm wiping my cart down with soap and water. Like, I'm taking a washcloth and some sudsy soapy water, and I'm wiping the cart down, and then I'm drying it with another dry washcloth or a towel. I'm emptying my trash. I'm filling up the cups, the spoons, and the straws, fresh water and ice. I'm putting the alcohol pads in if I use the alcohol pads. Because sometimes something, like where I work at day shift, we really don't use the alcohol pads because we don't check blood sugars during the day. It's the night shift that check it. So sometimes I don't realize that there are like the alcohol pads are low on the cart because I don't use them. But if I work night shift and I'm using alcohol pads and I'm using the needles, the insulin needles, I'm refilling those things before I leave for the next night shift nurse. So I know day shift isn't going to use it, but if I work night shift and I use these things, I'm going to fill it up so the next night shift person doesn't have to worry about it. But and then again on night shift, like night shift don't use like aspirins, things like that. But like I said, it's enough downtime that you can check those things and you can fill them up. Now I'm not saying you have to, because you're not really using like where I work, we're not using the aspirins, we're not using the colaces, we're not using the Tylenols and stuff on our shift. So but I can still check the bottles and see if they're kind of low and go ahead and fill it up. But if I don't do that, the day shift nurses, y'all need to look out for each other when it comes to stuff like that. Like I said, it ain't nothing worse than getting halfway down the hall and realizing you only got one Tylenol in the bottle. You only got two Senna in the bottle. You probably don't even have a bottle of Prostat or nothing on the cart to even use, y'all. But anyway, if y'all can follow along what I'm saying, because I talk extremely fast and I'm getting kind of tired, to be honest. I was out there in that heat and I think it's ranging like 95 degrees these days. But yeah, look out for your fellow nurse, y'all. Just look out for your fellow nurse. Be considerate. Don't leave a nasty card. Talk to you guys later. Bye.